versus Strong. It's a new case that's going to affect many, many inmates throughout the state of California. I'm a criminal appeals attorney, and I will explain to you what it is and who it can benefit. So the first one, what is People versus Strong? It's a new decision from the California Supreme Court that says that a certain class of inmate who has a murder conviction now is eligible for seeking resentencing, even though under certain courts' interpretations in the past they had not been eligible. Specifically, there was a new law called SB 1437, and it said that this rule we had, called the felony murder rule, was not fair and needed to be changed, and it removed the felony murder rule. But it left one exception. It said folks who were convicted of felony murder who acted with reckless indifference to human life and were major participants, those people could not be resentenced. And so the main issue that was related to People versus Strong is, what if a jury found that an individual acted with reckless indifference to human life as a major participant? Does that mean that they do not get any chance to try to have a resentencing under SB 1437? And many courts had said, yes, if a jury has found that you acted with reckless indifference to human life as a major participant, you cannot even come to court, you can't even have a hearing to try to get a resentencing for the murder conviction. But People versus Strong changed that. And what it said is that there are two important cases from 2015 and 2016, People versus Banks and People versus Clark, and they helped to define what it meant to be a major participant acting with reckless indifference to human life. And the California Supreme Court in People versus Strong said that if a jury found that you acted with reckless indifference to human life as a major participant, but the jury made that finding before those important cases from 2015, 2016, then it might be that the jury didn't really know what they were talking about, because those cases helped to define what it meant to be acting with reckless indifference to human life as a major participant. So that's what People versus Strong did, this recent California Supreme Court case. It said if a jury found this to be true from before those important decisions, then you might still be entitled to a hearing to determine whether you can have your murder conviction thrown out under the new law, SB 1437. Kind of confusing, but I want to answer the second question, which is, who does this apply to? Who can benefit from People versus Strong? Here's the answer. Somebody who has a murder conviction, was convicted under the felony murder rule, and where the jury found that they acted with reckless indifference to human life as a major participant, but that finding was before 2016, before those major cases, People versus Clark and People versus Banks. That's who it would apply to. Now, most people who are convicted, they don't necessarily remember or even know every single thing the jury found and exactly when they found it. And that's why it might be appropriate to have an appeals lawyer review the case and see whether a person qualifies. But either way, People versus Strong is a major case that's going to benefit a lot of inmates in California State Prison who had murder convictions and are now trying to get rid of those murder convictions. If you have any questions about People versus Strong or any other related criminal appeals matter, you're welcome to call me. I'd be happy to speak with you or have another attorney at the firm speak with you. Thank you. Take care.